There's something going on behind the scenes at Ferrari that might surprise a lot of people. Quiet talks have reportedly taken place, suggesting the team is considering moving away from current team boss Fred Vasseur. According to multiple sources, top-level management, led by Chairman John Elkann, has reached out to none other than Christian Horner. If this turns out to be true, it could send shockwaves across the F1 paddock. But here's the real question. Is Ferrari truly ready to switch things up at the top? And if they are, would Horner be willing to take such a major step in his career? This wouldn't be the first time Ferrari tried to bring him in. Rumors say they've already approached him twice in recent years. Despite some belief that Vasseur had finally brought stability after a rough 2022 season, the mood inside the Ferrari camp suggests otherwise. With the team sitting fourth in the constructors' standings, leadership doesn't seem too happy. And now, with some fresh conversations happening in the background, a big shift might be closer than we think. All signs point to one man, Christian Horner. There's no ignoring the fact that he's been a major figure in Formula One for years. He's been at the helm of Red Bull since the beginning, guiding them through both the highs and lows. But lately, things haven't been easy for him. With several controversies surrounding his name, it seems like the atmosphere at Red Bull has become quite tense. That tension might be just the opening Ferrari needs. According to German media outlet Bild, the team from Maranello has made a serious approach to Horner about possibly taking over as team boss. While such a move is unlikely to happen mid-season, there's a growing chance it could take shape in the near future. Ferrari's been through a lot in recent years. After missing out on both driver and constructor titles for over a decade, the pressure is building. Even though their recent finishes, P2 and P5 in Monaco, look solid on paper, insiders say John Elkann isn't satisfied. Expectations at Ferrari are always sky-high. Vasseur was brought in to clean up after the team's struggles in 2022 under Mattia Binotto. At the time, many felt he was exactly what the team needed, but results so far haven't matched those hopes. Vasseur's arrival initially brought a sense of optimism. After all, he came in after a tough year and had the reputation of making positive changes. And yes, Ferrari did improve in some ways. Signing a 7-time world champion like Lewis Hamilton was a major move that showed ambition. But when it comes to leadership, bringing in Horner would be a completely different level. He's been a steady presence at Red Bull, guiding the team through their dominant years. Still, making a change at the top means pushing Vasseur out, and reports suggest Ferrari's management is getting restless. Every other team seems to be advancing, making noticeable gains with their cars, while Ferrari struggles to unlock the full potential of theirs. That's frustrating for everyone involved. At the start of the season, many expected Ferrari to be battling McLaren for the top spots, but instead, they're sitting fourth in the constructors' standings, with second place looking like the most realistic target. Having the right mindset is crucial when aiming for wins. It's not that Vasseur isn't capable, far from it, but certain issues within the team need urgent attention, and some of those problems haven't been properly addressed yet. One of the biggest challenges is how communication flows inside the team, especially between Hamilton and his race engineer. It's no secret Lewis has been frustrated on race weekends, and the reasons for this frustration go beyond just the car's performance. While this isn't solely Vasseur's fault, as team principal, it's his responsibility to make sure these issues get sorted. If he fails to do so, his position could be at serious risk, much like what happened with Binotto before him. Binotto was let go because he wouldn't take full responsibility when things went wrong and often avoided calling out specific mistakes. Instead, he'd stick to vague comments about winning and losing as a team. Vasseur tried to fix this by making everyone accountable for their own roles, which was a positive step. However, this approach hasn't yet translated into championship success. Mistakes from the strategists have been costly, including the recent miscommunication between Hamilton and his strategist, Riccardo Adami. While Vasseur can't be blamed directly for every error, these are still problems happening under his leadership. If he wants to keep his role and secure the team's future, he must handle these setbacks properly and make effective changes where needed. It's important to recognize that the team's situation now is much better compared to the mess they were in back in 2022. Accountability has increased significantly, and people are no longer able to hide behind excuses. The main thing Vasseur needs to avoid is getting stuck in endless discussions about what could be improved and instead focus on delivering real results on the track. We've seen some progress with the upgrades introduced at Imola and Monaco. These were relatively small parts, but part of a bigger package delayed until Barcelona because of the new front wing design. These improvements have helped make the car more competitive, which is a good sign. However, the question remains, will these changes be enough to keep the drivers satisfied? According to Hamilton, one of the car's biggest weaknesses lies in its performance through slow-speed corners. If the team doesn't fix this soon, it could cause serious problems for the rest of the season. Lewis himself admitted, "Our biggest weakness by far is low-speed corners. That's why I came to Monaco, feeling quite pessimistic, thinking even making the top 10 would be tough. Our slow-speed performance is very poor." Keep in mind, this comment came from a driver who achieved his best finish of the season at his home race and was just a tenth of a second away from securing pole position and winning Monaco for the second year running. Looking ahead, Barcelona appears to be the critical point for Ferrari's 2025 season. The team is counting on the new front wing regulations to make a significant impact on their car's competitiveness. Vasseur has expressed confidence that these changes will shake up the entire grid. He mentioned, "Barcelona is an important race for everyone because of the new front wing rules. We've been working on this update for a long time. It could change things for all teams, but we don't yet know exactly how. We'll focus on understanding its effects and adapting as needed." So what does Ferrari hope to achieve in the remainder of the year? From Barcelona onwards, the season could become more interesting as the team that has taken a cautious approach to wing flexibility might be less affected by the technical changes. This means Ferrari could face less performance loss compared to teams like McLaren or Mercedes. Of course, this doesn't guarantee instant success or podium finishes, but it does increase their chances of competing strongly for race wins. How much this new directive helps Ferrari will also depend on how it influences the championship leaders. Even rival teams acknowledge Ferrari might show a different, improved version of their SF25 car. Toto Wolff, Mercedes' team principal, commented on the situation saying, "Ferrari seem to be the most conservative with their flexible wings. How this will affect the standings is something to watch closely. I'm not sure if it will completely change things, but it's certainly an interesting factor." With Barcelona approaching, all eyes are on how Ferrari's drivers, especially Leclerc and Hamilton, will manage to get the most from the updated car setup. The pressure is on because other teams are not standing still. McLaren, Mercedes, and especially Red Bull are all pushing forward with their own upgrades to stay competitive. Red Bull in particular has shown that winning a championship doesn't always require the fastest car outright, thanks to Verstappen's skill and their strategic approach. This dynamic makes it clear why Ferrari's leadership might be considering a change, possibly bringing in someone like Christian Horner, who has years of experience leading a top team. Though Horner has denied any talks, the fact that Ferrari has approached him twice suggests the team is serious about finding strong leadership to get back to the top. The long wait for a championship has been frustrating, since 2007 for the driver's title and 2008 for the constructor's crown. If Ferrari can't show clear progress soon, questions will intensify about whether Vasseur is the right person to guide the team through the new era of regulations. And if they decide to change direction, will Horner be the right fit to replace him? It's a tense and pivotal moment for Ferrari, with the future hanging in the balance as the season unfolds. What do you think? Does Ferrari have what it takes to bounce back under Vasseur, Or is it time for a fresh start with someone new? As the 2025 season continues to unfold, Ferrari stands at a crossroads. The choices they make now, both on and off the track, will define their future in Formula One. With leadership scrutiny intensifying and technical challenges still to be solved, the team must prove whether they can rise back to the top or risk falling further behind. It's clear that progress has been made compared to previous years, but the hunger for victory remains unfulfilled. Fans and critics alike watch closely, waiting to see if Vasseur's leadership can deliver the championship Ferrari so desperately seeks. And if not, whether a new direction with a proven leader like Horner could bring the spark needed to reignite the Scuderia's dominance. Ultimately, Formula One is a sport of constant change and fierce competition. For Ferrari, the road ahead will require sharp decisions, bold moves, and a relentless pursuit of excellence. One thing is certain: the passion of this legendary team and its fan base will never waver, no matter what challenges come their way. Thank you for joining this discussion on Ferrari's current state and possible future. Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more updates as the season progresses.